Hello there, Original Soul. Welcome in to this Taurus season reading. So welcome to Taurus season. If it's your birthday season, happy birthday. We'll get a couple oracle cards out here, see if we want to clarify anything with some tarot. Taurus energy is an earth sign, so definitely getting out more in nature, focusing on feeling grounded and centered. Taurus can be focused on the home, things that feel like luxury or bring you comfort. Or maybe there's even a need at some point to maybe push you out of your comfort zone. So we'll see what type of cards come out here for helpful energies during Taurus season. All right, we'll get one out of this Awakened Soul Oracle deck. That's 4. Let's see what these are. All right, healing, trust, unplug, and leadership. All right, so using nature and Mother Nature to heal, you may see butterflies as symbols and synchronicities for you. But definitely, getting out and away, spending less time maybe watching news or on social media or doom scrolling or whatever with the electronics. You could work, again, at some sort of career or job that also takes up a lot of your time, or maybe has you just constantly running around or in meetings, or, maybe you're just super busy and you have a lot of things going on and your energy is really scattered. So definitely taking more of the lead with your energy and your time, whether that means taking a vacation and literally going somewhere, or just allowing yourself even time every day for a little bit of silence, a walk outside, just doing something the opposite of, energy that may be a little bit more busy and chaotic. So like I said at the beginning with Taurus, feeling more grounded, getting more solid, more centered, and that will bring in some healing. You could even notice too how there may be an avoidance to slow down, right? For a lot of people, staying distracted and staying busy is a way to maybe not deal with feelings or emotions or let certain things come up from under the surface. But know that those things do want to come up. They do want to transform, right, and change. And the best way to do that and to allow that healing to come in is to be more still, is to let things get more quiet, is to remove some of those distractions. Right, and that'll bring you into more feelings of, with this leadership card, feeling more solid with yourself, feeling more confident, and even more whole. Right? Even though letting things come up to the surface isn't always easy, that can be scary. But okay, so butterflies and lions, again, may be significant, or caterpillars may be significant for you. All right, let's get a couple cards out of this Cosmic Magic Oracle to go with these. We'll see what other messages come out here. Right, but it does seem like definitely focusing on the grounding and nature side of Taurus energy during this season could be really, really helpful for you, and could bring about some amount of transformation with something, or maybe it even kind of leaves you feeling rejuvenated and you're feeling like a brand new version of yourself. Okay, let's see what we get over here. Oh, looks like half the deck, way too many. So like I said, you could have a lot of things going on coming at you, a lot of distractions, a lot of responsibilities, whether that's with your family, with your job, both of those things. Cards to flip. Maybe things things are feeling a little bit awkward as well. And even kind of slowing down and taking a little time for yourself could be something that doesn't feel natural to you, especially if you've gotten used to being really busy, or like I said, maybe it's that self-avoidance. All right, so with healing, waxing gibbous, reflection, number 39. Right, so again, slowing down and maybe doing some reflecting could bring about some healing, allowing yourself to actually think about something. Maybe there is something that's hurt you, or you have some sort of trauma that you've pushed down. Maybe you've shoved into a box. Right, now you're ready to let that come up to the surface and really take a deeper look and do some reflecting. So that could be something helpful, whether that's journaling. Again, just sitting in stillness and allowing certain things to come up and allowing yourself to have whatever feelings those may be. And also giving yourself positive affirmations. Maybe you say some when you look in the mirror. Look at your literal reflection. Right, so getting outside and maybe even being by water could be helpful for some of you. All right, let's see here. With trust, Vesta, passion, number 31. Right, so maybe you have something inside, again, that you have kind of buried or put down, but you may have sort of a fire lit within you, or something you've really been thinking about or wanting, something that's driving you, whether this is, you know, some sort of venture that you want to try or do. Maybe it's an idea that you have, or this could be even passion for another person. Right? But there is an amount of trust that you need here. This could be a passion that you haven't followed. Maybe it hasn't felt safe to do that or secure. So definitely being more authentic to yourself, really listening to your internal fire, but then also trusting that that will lead you somewhere positive, that is going to bring you experiences that you need and that your soul needs. And that following that fire, or walking through kind of the flames, the fire, right, will bring on some amount of change and metamorphosis, like we were talking about. Right, so what is driving you inside? Or maybe why have you been avoiding your true passions, or maybe putting them on the back burner, right? It's time to let that fire grow. Right, let's get one with Unplug here. Part of Fortune, number 32, prosperity. All right, and I do like that we just had 31 with trust, and now we have 32 with part of Fortune, prosperity. So things progressing. Maybe once you start to follow your desires and your passions, right, that's going to open you up and kind of have you blossom. Maybe emerging from caterpillar to butterfly, right, showing your true colors, expressing yourself and your internal beauty. And once you start to do that, that starts to lead you down a path where you do find more prosperity. You do find more abundance. You feel more uplifted. Right, red roses. Maybe you start eating more fruit or do something healthy with your diet as well. But yeah, letting yourself, again, really get in nature. And that could be the shift that you need as well. Just getting out of your day-to-day routine, even if it's only for a day or a night or something like that, could really spark something and allow you to start taking a few different steps forward, which might feel like a really necessary and much needed change, at least with the energy. And that will bring you some amount of success, or it may lead you to maybe even think about something or realize something that, again, has kind of been pushed down or not allowed to come up to the surface. All right, under leadership, number 44, hope. the stars. So maybe you are lucky enough to go somewhere you can see more stars or do some stargazing at night. Maybe you have some sort of a wish or a goal, again, to put yourself out there a little bit more, but whatever you've been through before has kind of kept you down or thinking that you can't do that. So this is about really tapping into your confidence. Right? Letting hope be a driving energy. Right? Hope is a wonderful energy to have. Keeps us looking forward to things in the future, trusting that things can change and be different, putting out those wishes and dreams. Maybe you even wish on a star. Again, this could be you even kind of putting yourself out there a little bit more in a different way than you have before. Like I said, doing grounding, doing some healing, really getting in touch with your passions and desires, following that path, maybe unplugging from your normal routine or the way things have been before, even unplugging from maybe some of your trauma or fears or the things that have been holding you back, and letting yourself shine a little bit more, putting yourself out there. Maybe this is speaking your truth, communicating in a different way. You could literally be getting up in front of people or some kind of an audience as well. Okay, really positive energy here. Again, there does seem to be like there might be some things to work through, but again, letting Mother Nature help you with that, letting yourself get more grounded and still, and then listening to your internal guidance, right? Being your own leader. Maybe you even inspire others or incite hope in others as well. Right, so that's what we've got here for this Taurus season reading. Really beautiful, grounded, and hopeful energy. So that feels really awesome, really amazing. Again, butterflies and lions, numbers 39, 31, 32, 44. So those may be significant for you as well. All right, that's what we've got here. I hope there's something helpful for you in this reading, and I hope you have an amazing Taurus season. And until next time, peace.